Hey, it's Sandusky, and if you've been wanting to learn to play piano, but you haven't actually sat down and learned because you keep thinking about all these things and all the time that you're gonna need in order to learn piano, I just wanted to give you the one thing that I would recommend for first learning piano. And I'm gonna start with a little story. I had a sister-in-law, her name is Anna, and she was in our worship group. And she was just a singer at that time, but we also needed a secondary piano player badly. Like, we only had one piano player, and that was me. And if I couldn't make it, it was bad because we had no one else to play. And so she gave us a little bit of hope. She was kind of like, I would kind of like to learn piano. And we were like, that's great, but she was like, but I don't have a piano, I don't have a keyboard, I don't have, she had all these excuses. And the only thing that she did have in her house was like this super old keyboard that someone bought from Goodwill and gifted it to her. And it was, it had no piano pedal, nothing. It was like an old keyboard. And so what she did is she wanted to learn to play, but she didn't know how to start. And so what I did is I was like, hey, what is your favorite song? And so she was like, my favorite song is, Still by Hillsong. And so I was like, okay, why don't you just learn that one song? And so she was like, but I don't know chords, I don't know the song keys, I don't know how the key names. And I was like, okay, well, I showed her the A, B, C, D, E, F, G on the keyboard, which is super simple. And then I gave her a chord chart. So it's basically a chart that tells you what each chord looks like on the piano. And so she was like, okay. She went in, she went home, she had her little, almost like a baby keyboard, okay? It looked like a little, kid's one. And so she started looking at that song and she was like, okay, it says A. What does A look like? She's looking at the chord chart. She found how A looked like on the chord chart. So she played it. She's like, okay, this is A. And then she's like, the next chord is B, right? She's like, what is B? How does it look like? She looked at how it looks like on the keyboard. She played it. She's like, okay, here's A, here's B. And she's like, yay, I know the first two chords. And so she played those first two chords. Then she learned that third chord. And thankfully that song, I think, only had 3 or 4 chords. So literally she just did A, B, E. And and I think she herself was shocked because next time we met, she was like, I can't believe this. And she was really surprised of how easy it was to learn the song. And I told her well, yeah, that's how piano playing really is. It's just learning to play songs. That's what it's about. Why would anyone want to learn piano? It's to play songs, right? To play a melody. And so she went from that song to the next, and then a month or 2 into it, she was already familiar with all the chords because the different songs that she played required different chords. And so that is one thing that I would suggest to you if you want to learn piano, but you haven't gotten the chance to really sit down and take it step by step and learn all the chords, all the theory, just pick one song. Pick a favorite song and then Google the favorite song name and then add chords. And Google will just show up a ton of, different websites that give you the lyrics with little chords on top. So when you look at the lyric and you look at the little letter on top, that's the chord that you need to play. And then you can go on my website where I gift you a free chord chart that tells you and shows you exactly what each chord looks like. And so when you're going to be looking up on that song, you're going to see the chord is C. Then you're going to look at the chord chart, you're going to find the C chord, and you're going to play it. And you're going to be like, wow, this is the first one. Then you're going to look at the second chord, and then pretty soon you're going to play the entire song. And guess what? You didn't even have to learn any theory. You didn't have to learn anything about rhythm. You're just going to start playing that one song. And then, if you feel like it, you can learn a second song, and that's all it is. It's just playing by chords and learning songs and having fun with it. And then if you ever do decide to go all in and learn all the chords and the easy way to remember all the chords, you can definitely go to like basicpianocourse.com, where you'll learn all of those things in tiny steps and rather quickly. Like, people go through that course within like a week and then they know how to play all the songs. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because I get that question a lot. Like, I want to start to play piano, but is it truly possible? It's like, yes, just start with your favorite song. That's it. And I even have like 78-year-olds, who are like, is it true? Is it possible? And the answer is yes. Music is music. It's so forgiving, and it doesn't matter how old you are, and doesn't matter if you learned as a kid or not. You can just learn. Start with your favorite song. That would be my #1 suggestion. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like, you can watch the next one too.